Can I ask you who you're voting for in the election?
I'm not voting.
Can I ask you why? That's a decision in itself, right?
It's a shit show, anyways.
I really think Trump needs to save this country. It's in some serious trouble.
Definitely Harris.
Trump.
Ezra Levant here in sunny Venice Beach, California. I'm asking folks, who do you support? Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, and why? Here's what they said. Who are you thinking of voting for in this election, Trump or Harris?
I'm not thinking of voting for Harris. I am voting for Harris.
Can I ask you why?
She believes in everything I believe in.
Like what?
Obviously, women's rights, concern for poor people, higher taxes on the rich. I mean, you name it, and what her as a platform, and I favor it.
Today, I'd probably go Trump.
Why's that?
The VP debate.
You watched that, eh?
Yeah, I watched most of it. Concrete answers versus kind of wishy-washy stuff, it sounded like.
Who are you thinking of voting for, Harris or Trump?
Harris.
Why's that?
Because I don't like Trump.
What do you don't like about him?
His policies.
Like, can you give me an example?
Building a wall. I don't like. There's no point for it.
You're not worried about mass immigration? Some people are. They say the border's out of control. What do you think of that?
I think they could do a better job at keeping care of the border for sure.
But just not with the wall.
No.
Like with maybe a fence instead?
I mean, not necessarily. Maybe more guards on the border.
So it's the physical wall you're against. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think we need to spend billions of dollars on a wall.
So it's a money thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts about the presidential election?
I don't think my life will change. Doesn't matter who's president.
Do you guys plan to vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Neither. I don't know.
Neither.
I think I'll choose the day of.
Really?
Yeah.
And what would
I'm
you?
from a Trump family, so.
You do?
Yeah.
And why is your family pro-Trump?
I don't know. My dad's a business owner. I don't know. I guess that's why.
And are there any issues you care about?
The way that he makes the country look, I guess. You know?
You know, that's a sort of a neutral statement that could be taken either way, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No comment. No comment.
Do you mind if I ask you a question about who you like better, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris. Trump.
Why is that?
Oh, he's a prejudiced ass white man.
Can I ask you who you're voting for in the election?
I'm not voting.
Can I ask you why? That's a decision in itself, right?
It's a shit show, anyways. Doesn't matter who you vote for. It's all smoke screen.
Is there any issue you care about?
Well, it doesn't matter what, because everything's already dictated for. So,
You don't think Trump and Harris are pretty different?
well, I think they're probably different, but they both don't give a shit. So,
Are you worried about anything? Like, what are the issues? Are you just sort of in your own zone and you don't pay attention, or do you follow it?
No, I think the world's gonna go. Just basically, it's already controlled by the same people that run it. Either way, they just try to make everyone think that each side fight each other. So that's so that way they can do all the things they want to and have everyone fight each other when really it's all they're already getting what they want anyways.
Hey, can I ask you who you're voting for in this election?
Donald Trump.
Can I ask you why? Is there a policy or personality, or what do you like about him?
I think he's a far more authentic person than Kamala. I think the border's in big trouble. I think we need somebody to clean that up on both ends, the north and the south.
You're not allowed to vote.
That's true. I'm actually Canadian, but I still have an opinion. And I really think Trump needs to save this country. It's in some serious trouble.
Definitely Harris.
Why's that?
Because I don't like Trump mainly. I think he's a menace to society for a number of reasons.
So it's not so much that you're pro-Harris, you're more anti-Trump.
Yeah, I would say so. I like her though. I'm really supporting her, but
What do you like about her?
mainly I don't like Trump. No, I like Harris, and I shouldn't say I don't like Harris. So I'm going to be a proud voter for her.
We're asking Americans who they're voting for.
Donald Trump.
I think the only good case that you have for Kamala Harris is for making the Supreme Court even. So I think right now with Trump getting in there, it does set up the Supreme Court to be centered around, the right, which I think that there should be balance. I don't like the two-party system in general, but if I had to choose one person, I would pick strength over lack of clarity. And I think she's been a litigator for her entire career. So she says whatever she needs to say to win. That's her whole memorandum, right?
Can I ask you if you voted for Trump before?
I did.
Now, does that make you an anomaly here in California?
I think.
To be honest, I'm not really a political person. I don't know too much about politics, honestly, to give like a valid answer to you guys.
Fair enough. Would you call yourself liberal or conservative, or you're not that focused on it?
I'm definitely not a liberal. I'm more like in between, kind of. I agree with some of the viewpoints of the liberals, and then I agree with some of the Democrats. I'm just not like a hard left and a hard right. I feel like people take politics too serious. It's not that serious. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What is it about Trump that you don't like?
Everything. Seriously, I don't think. I mean, I think he's very dangerous.
Can I ask you one tough question?
You can ask me.
I think back to the 4 years of Trump, and there were no wars.
Of course, there were wars.
There wasn't the war in Ukraine. There was a war before and after Trump. Trump didn't start any, and he did the peace deal in the Middle East.
And what Trump wants to do in Ukraine is give in to Putin. And
Well,
and you asked me a question, I'm going to give you the answer. And if he gives in to Putin, Putin is going to feel unbound by any fears of the United States, and we're just going to have more wars as he's going to go into Poland and he's going to go into other NATO countries. So yeah, I think it's dangerous. It's scary.
How about you? Do you have any views on Trump or Harris?
Trump 2024, baby.
And why do you disagree with your friend on that?
I think it was a better America when he was elected. I think he's for the people, even though most people don't agree with that. I can see where he doesn't like him. I think that's just like the news telling people that. To like, I don't know. He gets put on the spotlight a lot more than other presidents have. So
It's tough to come out for Trump. There's a bit of peer pressure, isn't there? Cancel culture, even.
oh yeah, for sure.
But you're not worried about saying it. How come?
I used to care about. I realize that there's plenty of people out there like me, and the culture wants you to not speak up. But if you speak up, it's better.
Now, you're here in California, which is a Democrat place. You don't seem to be shy about saying you're for Trump. Is it easier to say you're for Trump now? I would have thought it was socially difficult.
To be honest, you're the first person I've talked to about it. My friends don't really talk about politics. Everyone just kind of keeps to themselves because once again, it's just going to make you start butting heads. Yeah. And I don't really care who anyone votes for. I really don't. I don't want to say I don't care who wins, but I'm just living my life.
Harris or Trump?
We're British, so we can't vote.
Well, okay, let me ask it this way. Who do you prefer? Who would be better for the Brits, Trump or Harris?
I'm going to say Harris.
Why is that? Because she's weak and so the UK would be strong?
I don't know.
Who are you thinking of voting for, Trump or Harris?
Oh, I'm French. I don't vote here.
Okay. If you had to choose which candidate you preferred, Trump or Harris, who do you like better?
I think Trump.
Why is that?
I think when Trump was president, there is no war, so I think it's better for the world and the peace in the world.
Let me ask you one last question. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You look like a cool dude. You got a ponytail. You're here on Venice Beach. You sort of, contrary to the stereotype, I would have guessed, just based on appearances, you'd be a man of the left.
The left has changed. What was the left 20 years ago is not the left now. I was considered very far to the left back then, but now I'm thought of as a right winger, and it's pretty crazy. And my views really haven't changed. It seems like everybody else's have. I'm just a person of common sense, and I call it like I see it, and I don't think that's happening today.